Okay, so picture this. It's Valentine's Day, I'm wearing a red sequined outfit that leaves nothing to the imagination, dancing on a stage in front of Chicago's most dangerous criminals, and the scariest mafia boss in the city just told his head of security to make sure no one even breathes near her. Meanwhile, his club manager, a woman who could kill you with her stiletto and her stare, is about 10 seconds from committing first-degree murder. On me. With those same stilettos. Oh, and the twist? I'm secretly texting his mortal enemy under the table during family dinner. Yeah, my life is a mess. But let me start from the beginning, because this story is wild. My name is Ruby Chen, and 6 months ago, I was a normal college student with student loans, a caffeine addiction, and dreams of becoming a journalist. Then my roommate Destiny happened. Destiny was, how do I put this nicely, financially irresponsible. She had a shopping addiction, a gambling problem, and the survival instincts of a lemming. She borrowed money from some very wrong people to buy a limited edition handbag. A handbag. $20,000. For a bag. When she couldn't pay them back, they came to our apartment. Except Destiny had already fled to her parents' house in Montana, leaving me to answer the door. Where's Destiny Park? The massive guy in the suit asked. Montana? I squeaked. He smiled. It wasn't a friendly smile. Well, someone's gotta pay her debt. Guess that's you, roommate. And that's how I ended up working at Crimson Nights, the most exclusive mob-owned strip club in Chicago. Owned by none other than Luca the Ice King Valentino. Luca Valentino was exactly what you'd imagine a mafia boss to look like if Hollywood designed him: sharp jawline, designer suits, cold gray eyes that could freeze you mid-sentence, and this aura of, I could end your life with a phone call. He owned Crimson Nights, along with half the city's nightlife, several import-export businesses, and probably a politician or two. The first time I met him, I was in the dressing room having a full panic attack. I can't do this, I told Vanessa, one of the veteran dancers. I can't dance in front of people. I failed ballet when I was 7. The teacher said I moved like a baby giraffe having a seizure. Honey, this isn't ballet, Vanessa said, fixing my hair. This is survival. You smile, you move, you collect your money, and you don't piss off Madame Celeste. Who's Madame Celeste? The dressing room went silent. The club manager, Vanessa whispered. She's been in love with Mr. Valentino for 15 years. She runs this place like it's her kingdom, and we're all just peasants. Don't cross her. Perfect. Just perfect. My first night, I stumbled onto stage in 6-inch heels I couldn't walk in, tripped over the pole, and accidentally flashed the entire VIP section. I wanted to die. But then I heard it, a deep, rumbling laugh from the private booth. Luca Valentino was laughing. At me. Great. Just great. Here's what I didn't expect, Luca kept coming back. Not to the club in general, to watch me specifically. Every Friday night, he'd sit in his private booth, nursing expensive whiskey, and just watch me dance. Not in a creepy way, okay, maybe a little creepy, but more like he was genuinely entertained by my complete lack of coordination. Other girls would kill for his attention. Literally. One girl tried to accidentally push me down the stairs. But the weirdest part? He started leaving me insane tips. Like, I could pay off Destiny's debt in 3 months, kind of tips. And little notes. The first one said, you dance like you're fighting for your life. It's oddly captivating. The second, red is definitely your color. Even when you're wearing it upside down. He'd seen me put my outfit on backwards. Fantastic. Madame Celeste noticed immediately. She cornered me in the dressing room one night, her perfectly manicured nails tapping against her crossed arms. Let me make something very clear, she hissed. Luca Valentino is mine. I've worked for him for 15 years. I've been loyal, dedicated, waiting for him to realize we're meant to be together. You're just entertainment. A temporary amusement. Don't get ideas. I don't have ideas. I protested. I have debt. I'm just trying to survive here. She leaned in close. Then survive quietly. And stay away from what's mine. But Luca had other plans. He started doing these little things. When a drunk customer grabbed my wrist too hard, security appeared in seconds and escorted the guy out. Permanently. I heard he decided to move to Alaska the next day. When I mentioned I was taking the bus home at 2 a.m. because my car died, suddenly there was a driver waiting for me every night. Mr. Valentino's orders, he'd say. When I came to work with a black eye, walked into a cabinet, I'm that graceful, Luca called me to his office. Who hit you? His voice was arctic. My kitchen cabinet? Ruby. I'm serious. I'm clumsy. Ask anyone. He studied me for a long moment, then opened a drawer and pulled out a first aid kit. Personally cleaned and bandaged my eye. His hands were surprisingly gentle. You should be more careful, he said softly. I should be a lot of things. Graceful. Coordinated. Not in debt to the mob. He almost smiled. The mob thing isn't so bad. You would say that. You're the mob. That time he definitely smiled. Now, here's where things get complicated. Marcus Valentino. Luca's younger brother and sworn enemy. The Valentino family had split 5 years ago over a massive disagreement. Luca took over the traditional operations, Marcus went rogue, starting his own organization. They'd been at war ever since. I met Marcus at a coffee shop on my day off. I was reading a book, minding my business, when someone sat down across from me. That's my usual table, he said. I looked up. Holy moly. If Luca was ice, Marcus was fire. Dark eyes, warm smile, leather jacket, and this energy that said, I'm trouble but the fun kind. There are literally 15 other tables, I pointed out. But this one has the best view. He was looking directly at me. I should have left. I should have recognized him, there were pictures all over Luca's office. But I was stressed, sleep-deprived, and this gorgeous man was flirting with me. So I flirted back. We talked for 2 hours. He was funny, charming, asked about my life instead of just talking about himself. He made me laugh so hard I snorted coffee out of my nose. I'm Marcus, by the way, he said as we were leaving. Ruby. Can I see you again, Ruby? Yes, I said, because I'm an idiot. For 2 months, I lived a completely insane double life. By night, I danced at Crimson Nights while Luca watched from his booth, leaving protective orders for his security and increasingly personal notes for me. By day, I met Marcus for coffee, walks in the park, and once, memorably, go-kart racing where I absolutely destroyed him. You're ruthless, he'd laughed. I'm competitive, I corrected. There's a difference. I genuinely liked both of them. Luca was all quiet intensity and unexpected gentleness. Marcus was warmth and adventure and made me feel like a normal girl instead of a stripper working off her idiot roommate's debt. I didn't know they were brothers. Or enemies. Or that I was basically the worst person in Chicago. Vanessa figured it out first. Girl, she cornered me in the dressing room. Are you dating Marcus Valentino? What? No. I mean, we've gone out a few times, but wait, Valentino? Her eyes went wide. You didn't know? Know what? That Marcus is Luca's brother. They hate each other. There was a whole thing 5 years ago. It's like mob family lore. I sat down heavily. Oh no. Oh no. No 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 no. Oh yes. And Madame Celeste is going to kill you when she finds out Luca's been basically courting you. He hasn't been courting me. Honey, the man bought you a SAR last week. He said it was a bonus. A Tesla is not a bonus. That's a courtship. Which brings us to Valentine's Day. Luca announced a huge party at Crimson Nights. All his associates, all his family, big celebration. And he wanted all the dancers in red. Especially you, he told me privately. I have something special planned. Meanwhile, Marcus had asked me to spend Valentine's evening with him. Just you and me. I want to tell you something important. I was panicking. I couldn't be in two places at once. I couldn't keep lying to both of them. I couldn't. Madame Celeste appeared in my dressing room doorway like a gorgeous, terrifying omen. Valentine's Day, she said slowly. Luca's big announcement. Do you know what he's going to announce? New drink specials? He's going to announce his girlfriend. Her smile was venomous. Me. Obviously. After 15 years of loyalty, he's finally going to acknowledge what everyone knows, that we belong together. Narrator voice, that was not what Luca was planning to announce. Valentine's night arrived like an execution date. The club was packed. Luca's entire organization was there, plus associates, plus random criminals who'd bought tickets to the exclusive event. I performed my set, trying not to throw up from anxiety. Luca watched from his booth, eyes never leaving me. After my set, security escorted me to his office. Ruby, he said. He looked nervous. Luca Valentino, nervous? I need to tell you something. Okay. These past few months, getting to know you, watching you literally trip over nothing and somehow make it charming, you've become important to me. More than important. His phone rang. He looked at it and his expression went ice cold. Marcus is here, he said quietly. In MY Club. On Valentine's Day. Oh no. Luca stormed downstairs and I followed because I'm nosy and also because this was all my fault. Marcus was indeed there, standing in the middle of the club like he owned it, bouquet of roses in hand. Brother, he said coolly. You have 30 seconds to leave before I have you removed. Permanently. I'm here for Ruby. The entire club went silent. Luca's eyes found me in the crowd. Ruby? I wanted the floor to swallow me whole. Marcus saw me and smiled. There you are. I wanted to surprise you, he stopped. Looked at me. Looked at Luca. Looked at me standing next to Luca's security. Understanding dawned. No, he said slowly. Tell me you're not. I didn't know. I burst out. I didn't know you were brothers. I didn't know any of this. I'm just a girl trying to pay off her idiot roommate's handbag debt and somehow I ended up in the middle of a mafia family drama and I'm so sorry. Complete. Silence. Then Madame Celeste's voice cut through. What is going on? Luca, darling, why is your brother here? And why is this stripper? Don't call her that, Luca said sharply. Everyone stared. She's not just a dancer. He looked at me. She's important. Marcus laughed bitterly. Important? To you? Since when? Since she stumbled onto my stage 6 months ago and turned my entire world upside down. Madame Celeste looked like she was about to spontaneously combust. Excuse me, she shrieked. 15 years, Luca. 15 years I've run this club. 15 years I've been loyal, dedicated, waiting for you. And you're going to throw that away for some clumsy girl who's been here 6 months? Celeste. I love you, she screamed. I've always loved you. The club was now basically a reality TV show. Luca's voice was gentle but firm. I never asked you to love me, Celeste. I never promised you anything beyond employment and respect. I'm grateful for your work, but what? She's better than me? Celeste pointed at me. She makes me laugh, Luca said simply. She makes me feel human. She trips over her own feet and somehow makes it endearing. She doesn't want anything from me except to be left alone to pay off a debt that isn't even hers. She's genuine in a world of fakery. So yes. She's different. I was crying. Definitely crying. Marcus stepped forward. And what about me? What about the last 2 months with me, Ruby? I looked at him, this man who'd made me feel normal and happy. I care about you, Marcus. I really do. You made me laugh when I wanted to cry. You treated me like a person, not a dancer or a debt or a possession. But you love him, Marcus finished quietly. Did I? I looked at Luca. At the man who'd quietly protected me, who'd left me notes, who'd bought me a car because I mentioned mine died, who'd personally bandaged my black eye and asked who hurt me like he was ready to go to war. I don't know, I whispered honestly. I barely know either of you. Not really. All of this happened so fast and I'm so confused, Anne. The club doors burst open. Destiny. My idiot roommate who'd started this whole mess, flanked by 2 federal agents. That's her. Destiny pointed at me. That's Ruby Chen. She's been working undercover for the FBI. Record scratch. What? I screamed. What? Luca and Marcus said in unison. One of the agents stepped forward. Ruby Chen, you're under arrest for conspiracy to. I'm not FBI. I shrieked. I'm a journalism student with debt. This is my insane roommate who bought a handbag and ruined my life. Destiny looked confused. Wait, you're not undercover? No. But you've been gathering information on the Valentino family for months. I've been dancing to pay off your debt, you absolute walnut. The agents looked at each other. One pulled out his phone, had a hurried conversation, then looked embarrassed. They've been a miscommunication, he said. We received an anonymous tip that someone was infiltrating the organization. We apologize for the confusion. They left. Destiny remained. I walked up to her slowly. You called the FBI on me? To cover your own debt? I panicked, she whined. They were going to break my legs. Luca snapped his fingers. His security immediately surrounded Destiny. No one, he said coldly, threatens what's mine. My heart did a little flip at what's mine. Marcus looked at his brother, then at me, then sighed. I can't believe I'm saying this, he muttered. But she clearly loves you, brother. Even if she doesn't know it yet. Marcus, I started. No, it's fine. I mean, it's not fine, you're amazing and he's an emotionally constipated ice cube, but, he looked at Luca. You'll protect her? With my life, Luca said immediately. You'll make her happy? I'll try every day. Marcus nodded slowly, then turned to me. For what it's worth, our time together was real. You made me remember what it's like to be normal. Thank you for that. He kissed my cheek and left. I immediately felt guilty and sad and relieved all at once. Madame Celeste was still there, mascara running, looking devastated. Celeste, Luca said gently. You're an excellent manager. If you want to stay in that capacity, you're welcome. But that's all I can offer. She looked at him for a long moment, then at me. You better be worth it, she said to me, then walked away with as much dignity as she could muster. Then it was just me and Luca, standing in a club full of criminals, on Valentine's Day, surrounded by witnesses. So, I said. That was dramatic. I'm in the Mafia. Everything's dramatic. Fair point. He stepped closer. Did you mean it? That you care about both of us? I mean, yes. You both made me feel special in different ways. Marcus made me feel normal. You made me feel protected. Safe. Like someone actually cared if I made it home okay, or ate dinner or, I stopped. Why did you do all those things? Because from the moment you tripped onto my stage and flashed my VIP section, I was gone, Luca said. You were real. Clumsy and honest and completely yourself in a world where everyone wears masks. I wanted to protect that. Protect you. That's either really sweet or really concerning. Can it be both? I laughed. Actually laughed. He pulled out a small box. I was going to do this upstairs, but since we've already made a scene. Inside was a key. To your debt, he said. It's paid. You're free. You can leave right now, go back to journalism school, forget any of this happened. Or you can stay. Not as a dancer. As whatever you want to be. My girlfriend, if you'll have me. A free woman who happens to be dating someone in questionable business. I looked at the key. At freedom. At the choice. I have conditions, I said. Name them. 1. I finish my degree. 2. You tell me the truth about your business. All of it. 3. No more surprises. 4. We take this slow because I literally just had the most insane Valentine's Day in history and I need therapy. Done. All of it. Anything else? Teach me to walk in heels without dying? He actually laughed. That might be beyond even my capabilities. So here's how it turned out. I finished my journalism degree. Luca funded a small online newspaper I started that exposes corporate corruption, not mob stuff. We have boundaries. Destiny got a job at a call center in Montana. She sends me apology cards monthly. I don't respond. Madame Celeste quit and opened her own club across town. It's doing very well. She's dating a hedge fund manager. Good for her. Marcus and Luca aren't exactly friends, but they're no longer trying to kill each other. Baby steps. And Luca. He's still overprotective. Still leaves notes. Still has his driver take me everywhere even though I have a car now. Last week someone cut me off in traffic and honked at me. That person's car mysteriously got towed 3 times in 1 week. I lectured Luca about proportional responses. He pretended not to know what I was talking about. On our 6-month anniversary, he took me to a fancy restaurant. No mob associates. Just us. I have something for you, he said, pulling out an envelope. Inside were 2 tickets. To Montana? I read, confused. To visit Destiny. You've been feeling guilty about not responding to her cards. I thought maybe it was time to get closure. Plus, I want to meet the person whose terrible financial decisions led me to you. I stared at him. You're sending us to confront my nightmare roommate, as a romantic gesture? Is it working? Disturbingly, yes. He smiled, a real smile, not the cold one he used for business. Good. Because you're stuck with me now, Ruby Chen. I don't let go of things I care about. Is that a threat or a promise? Both. And you know what? I was completely, totally okay with that. They say working at a strip club owned by the Mafia is dangerous. They're right. But not because of the criminals or the violence or the shady business deals. It's dangerous because you might accidentally fall in love with your protective, emotionally constipated mob boss while also dating his brother, cause a scene on Valentine's Day, get falsely accused of being FBI, and end up with the weirdest happily ever after in Chicago history. But hey, at least I can finally walk in heels. Sometimes. Luca's still working on that. P.S. If your roommate ever asks to borrow money for a handbag, say no. Trust me on this.